Welcome to a beautiful little game called Astroneer. Currently in pre-alpha build, but it is probably one of the most polished games of its type that I've seen. Certainly for this stage in its development. And I just thought I'd show this off, see what you guys think, see if you want to play this. Who knows? So we're starting up, and we get a choice of astronaut. Let's go for the sort of early astronaut type, if you like, the 1950s, 60s kind of red or orange suit, and launch. And we're coming into land. Tab to get out, and WSAD, of course. And what we immediately see is that we have a kind of blue link or a blue hose that connects us to our landing pod. We can get back in with tab, and that's important because there are going to be windstorms that pop across the landscape, and when we do that, we're going to need some cover, ideally in your little landing pod. Terrain tool. Well, we can shape terrain down, and I think later we can shape it back up again, or in fact we may be able to do that now. But by using the terrain tool, things that are on the terrain just drop down and get pulled into our inventory, and we get different types of resource. So in this case we're going to get compound first, and there's sort of a motion blur. I'm not quite sure if you can see that because it's a pre-alpha game. A lot of the graphics, anti-aliasing, effects quality, I sort of want to turn post-process sort of off. Let's see if that is any better. No, it's still blurring. Okay. And there you can see we've got oxygen 50%. So if we go back towards our landing pod, our oxygen fills up. And you can see it there on our backpack. There's actually various slots that you can see on our backpack as well. We can fit lots of stuff on there. So first of all, we need to collect some resources, of course. And you'll see them filling up on our backpack in those rear slots. You see the yellow gauge, that's our energy. So we use both energy and we use oxygen as we actually go forward. Q to go to our backpack, which is just basically, it's a very nice inventory kind of system. And we can make tethers, which is one of the first recipes that we learn. It uses compound. And we can make more tethers, so let's make more tethers. All right. Now, tether is just to extend this hose that we've got going. Yep. So if we press T, we're going to get a dotted blue line until we run too far away. So that there. It goes through the landscape, but we don't have to worry. But now I can move further away from the landing pod. In fact, we can hop across the landscape like this. So, we can just keep pressing T and moving a little bit further out. And you'll become used to actually reusing these. We can pick them back up again if you want to head into a different direction. I forget how you do that. Is it just E or Q? Yeah, I'll figure it out. Oh no, it's just left click. That's fine. Yep. Put it back down. Okay. And that's sort of the start of the game. It's sort of a very simple tutorial, but there are lots of other resources all over this this landscape, and it really requires exploration. So I am going to have to cut in some places, I guess. But is there more to the tutorial? Because we are going to need more crafting recipes. So if they're not going to give us more in the tutorial, let me go through these. So solar, useful. You can attach it to your backpack, and then it will recharge your energy when there's light. Beacon, don't worry about too much. Work light, again. Let's see if we can get solar. So we're going to need more compound for that. Don't be too afraid of sculpting the landscape out and away. It turns out that there's actually a lot more resources in the ground. It's not just the stuff that's on the surface, particularly around these common resources. This is a compound resource, but around this kind of thing, you can go quite far down and get even more of it. Do we have enough? I guess. Yeah, there's a third one, so we can make solar. And it automatically attaches to our backpack, which is what we want. You see the actual energy filling up, but of course not the oxygen yet. We'll figure out other ways of doing oxygen a little bit later. This thing you see on the landing pod, by the way, it does allow you to build more of your base. Everything comes out from this landing pod. Also, these modules on the side, you can actually just grab your tethers, put them on, or keep them on your backpack. And the same way with the actual compound resources that you went and collected. Is it going to give me anything else? The bottom section is where you build out your base. So if I wanted to say build this way, I can click on that. Then it's going to tell me I need resin, which is a different type of resource. That may be it. I need to go and check. And that will then allow for the base to be extended. So let's just create some tethers over here. You sort of get used to how far away you need to put them. And I'm not completely great about it. Oh, there's more tutorial. We're going to get some resin. Pretty good. Do I have any personal recipes using resin before? I don't. However, the base does. So if we pop the resin here, we can just click on it. And that will make a new node. You can use these nodes to extend your base. By default, you can put any resource you like in them once they're extended. In our case, if I put a couple of resin, I'm going to need more resin. Never mind, let's go and grab some. Very, very pretty. And this is only one planet. There's multiple planets. You can build spaceships that go off to other planets. I'm not sure how far they've got with populating those other planets with different stuff as yet. I did play a very early version of this, even though this is pre-alpha. There was even a much earlier version. We're now on update 199, I think, which is huge amounts of updates for this game, even though it is still very early. So let's pop on the other resin. It consumes it, and you get the research station. So it's now going to ask for things. Well, no, sorry. Yeah, we can choose what to build here if you like. And research is very good to have. That unlocks more recipes. Printer is also good, as is smelter. Vehicle bay needs a bit more work to get that. So what do we actually have to be able to build? We can make a smelter or a research station. Let's start out with the research station, I think, because we can show that mechanic off really well as well. I'm going to need more compound again. Hopefully there is some left. There is over here, so all is good. How about you guys? Have you played this game? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Hopefully you find it fairly good as well. It's a very, very peaceful game. Lots of exploration. Not a huge amount of danger. I will admit that there is danger from the weather and from some creature, some sort of plants and creatures, but wasn't too much, or at least there wasn't in the early build. There may well be a lot more now. So let's just pop this other compound on here. I think I have enough. Do I? Yep, we do. So we can build the research station. And no power. So again, what we could do is we could take off our small solar and pop it on. And of course it's going dark, so that doesn't really do all that much. We can, I think, make batteries too. Let's see if we have any other options yet. No, we don't. So I'm probably going to build another arm going the other direction. You'll see we get a new node on the base or the landing pod. Resin, and yet more resin. I'm going to need more. You'll see also blocks like that over off in the distance. That is a different resource. That may well be think that's a different resource. That's what they used to look like. But again, this may have changed since I last played, so I wonder. Whoa, whoa. That just spun. It's going to point us at something. No, that's just my stuck cursor. Do we have anything below here? You often find plants in the wilderness. Yeah, we can grab that. That's... Whoop, we're going to need to go back. This is one of the research items. So we take that back to our research station. We can drop it if we want to. And you sort of, if you've got multiple of these, you can get in a habit where you sort of dribble them across the landscape just by keep on dragging them ahead of you as you actually pick up the ones from before. So we can drop that onto our research station. And if we had power, it would let us research this, which we don't yet. So I don't think there's anything I can do with that yet until next daybreak. So where was my resin? May not be a lot left. I may have to go exploring. Oh no, wait, there's some. Out of power. Yep, completely out. Unlike the oxygen, however, being out of power won't kill you. Oxygen definitely will. You will fall over and arrive back at your landing bay. So yeah, I'm going to go and get some more resources. There's more compound over there. We're also going to look for metals. There is subterranean parts of this game, so there will be caves you discover. In fact, let me just lay out some more of our tethers in this direction, shall we? And you can connect to any of the nodes that you have. Yeah, there we go. So let's head in this direction. Where's the tether? There you go. And there's our compound. So the game also does have vehicles. You can build, I mentioned before, the spaceships, but you can also build little buggies of various sizes, which are, yeah, quite useful. Compound will let us build out the base fairly well. But I do actually probably want to build another one of those solar packs for my backpack. And there we go. Of course, it's still dark, so it doesn't really help too much. I'm going to go and find some more resin, and then we'll be back. So I now have some more resin, but you may be able to hear, hopefully the volume's set right for your speakers to hear this, but you can also see the storm coming in. You need to be quite quick when that happens. It may miss you, so you can see it coming, but that storm also brings rocks with it, and they tend to give you quite a bad time. So we don't want the research station, we don't want the medium printer. Let's just go for the smelter, maybe. Do we have enough compound? Yes, we do. And let's start that going. And no power there either. This one has started powering up, if you can see it. You see all those bars on it. Yep, it's powered up nearly to the full extent of this bar. I think it is actually going to miss us. That is quite handy. I didn't want to you do actually move a lot slower when that wind's around, but I didn't want to get hit by rocks. So now that it's powered up to its full battery, you have this option, and you click on it, and it researches. What do we get? Roll the dice. Small battery. Actually, pretty good. If I have a small battery, I need lithium. So we're going to have to go and find lithium somewhere. On the other side of things, you'll see the smelter. And that really is for metals, if I remember right. I think it is just metals. You'll notice I've got a trail over there that's heading towards where the rest of my resin was. So we're able to build. You see the backpack fills up, and you get quite used to this. I think that's new on that side, maybe, or maybe it's just showing the terrain tool. Yeah, not sure which one that is. More resin. Don't really need more resin just yet. I kind of like lithium. So let's go and have a wander for that. If I don't see anything, yeah, obviously I'll cut until I find something, rather than wandering endlessly across this landscape. Here we have a cave, actually. Let's go and have a look in the cave. There we go. It may well be that we only get lithium from down there, but also, what is this over here? What have we got? Is that more resin? And I'm out of tethers. Can I make more? No, any compound for that. Hydrazine, that's fuel for our spaceships. We don't actually want that, but we have got more compound here, so yep, looks like I can make more tethers easily enough. And once you get used to this crafting system, it is pretty fast to actually get anything created. That over there is pointing me towards it, and is that lithium? Well, let's go find out, shall we? A lot of the things you need for research are going to be underneath plants, so in the root areas, or, you know, other similar things like that. I think this is just resin. But if we have a tether over here, it doesn't do any harm. Yeah, it is just resin. I will take some of that with me. These are sort of what's the right word? Rechargeable? No, renewable resources. So I can just target it, pull more resin, and it will grow back. We've also got another cave here, so let's go and have a look in this one, shall we? I'm out of compound again, of course. So let's have a quick look. And these caves can go quite deep. You can see some of these resources in the ground. This is more oxygen. It's the same blue color, so we can grab some of that. That'll just recharge remotely, and the same thing with energy. Here's one of the plants I was talking about. I think that, if I'm rightly, that actually causes a cloud. But if you go at it from far enough away, you can get rid of it before. And seed, that is actually new. Didn't have those before. Those had research items below them before. So yeah, maybe we can farm now in the game. I need to actually look at the update notes in that case. Could be quite interesting. I hear, yes, I hear that. They used to have research underneath them. Do they still? No, maybe just danger. We are away from the tethers, but of course we do have the ability to go and grab oxygen from the walls. Not very much oxygen, I'm afraid, but enough to go and see if we get some more research from these other kind of plants. I wonder if you use that for power. That would be kind of cool. Ah, yeah, that tends to be the problem. If you free the land up around these, you can then grab them. And I'm out of oxygen. Oh no. Please don't die. Probably I'm going to die now. Suffocating. Need to get to tether. Please. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Cool. And hopefully the red haze will fade away from the edges of the screen. Yeah, it has. I have died like that before. That is not new. Not new whatsoever. But we can go and grab our research item, take it back to the base. Hopefully it's recharged enough yet for us to go and get some new recipes. And we've got it all the way back to our base. It's quite a long way. And what do we get? Roll the dice! Come on. medium storage. Not what I was hoping for, but okay. That just gives us, I'm not sure if it's the ones that fold up, but basically you can fit other modules into these side things, and they then have like 4 or 8 slots, so you can slot more into these and stack up more resources. All good, just a little bit, it's not amazing. And now if I just build more off in this direction, and then again, do I want to do that? No, maybe I'll just build something here. You can keep extending those nodes. You don't have to just build one away from your base. Vehicle bay needs aluminium. I can't do that anyway. Medium printer will need copper, so I'll leave that alone for now. And we're going to need more research stuff. And see if we can find lithium. Now, there was that cave, the first one we came across before we went across to the where I nearly choked to death. Let's see what's in there, shall we? I think it's just over this hill. And we should have enough to make more tethers, because we're going to need them when we're going spelunking. If that's the right word. Yeah, there's the... Well, here's a different cave, actually. Both are fine. Let's just grab a tether. And head down this way. It's much closer to our base, so if there's resources in here, would much rather have this than others. And of course there is some up there. We've got some compound, so we can make even more tethers, get some more exploration done, that kind of thing. Let's just make another set. The sound is quite good. I've got it turned in on a little bit, but it does have lots of quite nice music, really relaxing. Lots of nice sound effects. You can hear the sort of hissing from, those green clouds are not good things. They will choke you, and you get poisoned, and again you die. It is a relaxing game, but it does have, yeah, you can get rid of those by again using your terrain tool, destroying the ground underneath them, so they can't really attack you. And then they can't make that green fog anymore. So that makes it a bit safer when you're spelunking. I think that still is attached. It's no longer attached anymore. And hopefully, yeah, it has. So you then get your research items from actually getting rid of those, killing them if you like. Laterite, I think that makes aluminium. It does. Malachite makes copper. So both of those we actually want. Nom 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 nom. Malachites. Laterite. And a couple of those of each would be good. Let me just put some more of our tethers. And if we head over here. More copper. I don't want to carry too much. Remember, our backpack has only got 8 slots. It's kind of inconvenient to start off with, but you do get much more later. There's compound over there. I do not want to drop down that way. You can actually get back up just by using your terrain tool. It's just quite a bit of a hassle. Let's go and take these back to the base. In fact, that's actually some stuff that I can't. Can I put that on my backpack? I should be able to. Yeah. Why was that dropped? Don't know. Back to the base. And here we are. Let's drop our research item in. Start that thing up. And again, we're going to see what... Ooh, is that different? Maybe just the original model. Let's see what it gives us. Habitat. Habitat's pretty good. It's just another one of those landing pods. So you can put it... You can, create a new habitat wherever you want to go. But here is our smelter, of course. And we can actually then... Is it copper we need? Yeah. What you want to do is try and fill this. It's fine that I've only got 3 rather than 4. Or in fact, maybe able to do laterite at the same time. Yeah. Because it's going to do them all at once. And since it's going to use this energy anyway, you may as well actually make what you actually want it to make. and use the whole container. So we've got our copper now. We can just put it on our backpack temporarily. And we can then make the medium printer. Yeah, there we go. Still no power. We're still relying on that small solar. There is a much larger solar. That's one of the things I'm hoping for, as well as extended batteries. So we want to probably make our vehicle bay, and I normally make the vehicle bay to be the last one in a chain. I can't extend from those. That's annoying. I'll sort of extend it in this direction then. I don't have any resin. Of course not. I think I'm going to leave it there because getting to the vehicle bay and its various different options is a good topic for another episode, and we're coming up on the half-hour mark, I think, 25 minutes. So that's good enough for a first episode. What do you guys think of the game? Do you like the way it looks? Sort of, it's very relaxing, very, nice and exploratory, sort of like Subnautica, if you've played Subnautica. Very much based on exploration, that game. So I'll hopefully see you next episode. We'll expand to the vehicle bay, see how that goes, maybe attach a trailer to it if we get enough resources, and then we'll go and see what we do with that, and then extend the base a little bit further. Use some of these machines like the printer and the furnace a bit more, and hopefully get a lot more of this research. I'll try and do some of the research off camera so that you don't have to see me dribbling a huge soccer ball kind of thing across the landscape too much. Feel free to like, subscribe as normal. If you didn't like it, of course, there's the dislike button. And yeah, we'll see you next time.